today I'll be showing you how to make this cute little Rilakuma bear, and this is my second tutorial how to make something out of clay. And my first one was how to make a rubber ducky out of clay, and I always will show you how to make mini stuff, miniature little figures. So I'm going to make this little Rilakuma bear today, and this one is still drying because I just made it last night, but this is how it looks like this, and it has Rilakuma has this cute little smile on, and we will make her with a hood with the little eyes and nose, and this is 3D. So let's get started. So materials that you will need is clay, obviously, but so you'll need a very little piece or a little block of black, a block more, it's a little bigger. You need a more bigger sized block of caramel, and they're it's a color. This is the black, and this is the caramel brown. It's called caramel. And you will need some dark brown and some pieces of white. And for the hood, you'll need some clay. So I was deciding to make my Rilakuma bear hood in 2 colors, but I haven't decided yet. I might make it into with teal and light blue, or I even might just make it a light blue. So yeah, just keep in handy some colors, so if you change your mind, you can change your Rilakuma bear's color hood. And you'll need a hook. Well, I used the pointy part of the hook on this part to make it smooth. I tried it out and it makes it smooth, but you don't have to use it. It just came up. You'll need a color pencil to roll stuff, and you'll need a toothpick to give some accessories look stuff. So yeah, let's get started. But before that, I made the caramel with orange, and I used a little color to mix in with. So I made this caramel, and I used a little more color in with orange and this dark brown to make it. And in the caramel, I used purple and orange to make caramel, and I used a little color of brown and orange to make this dark brown. And to make black, I used a little color. I used color of black, and I used the color pink, but I should have used the closest color of purple, but it's okay. And the white is homemade clay. So let's get started now. First, we're going to make the head, and you'll only need caramel for the head because the rest will be the hood part and the costume. So you're going to take your cutter, so I'll bring that right back. And here it is. And you'll need a color side by side with the color pencil, the hook. Hook's optional. If you want to make it smooth, make it smooth. And with the toothpick side by side, you'll need the play-doh cutter because it's more sharp and it makes a better clop of cut when you cut it. And the brand is from Doe VNC. And it's from Play-doh, the brand Play-doh, sponsored. So yeah, so let's cut our caramel block. We're going to cut it in a little piece. So also matters how big you want your head to be. I'll probably roll the whole thing and measure how much big this little bear is over here. Okay, that's the exact size. So I'm going to roll and roll to make it a small, smooth ball. You can also use polymer clay, but I don't have that clay. I have some white polymer clay, sorry. So that's what I'm going to use. Like I said, the homemade clay is polymer clay. You gotta warm it in your hands. So, sorry, little bear. If you want to see it like that, I'll put it like that. Make it nice and smooth. Very, very smooth, okay? And then I'm taking my light blue. I think I'll just use my light blue for the hood. I'm gonna try out. So I'll take some clay out. It's kind of hard. Okay, so I got some clay out. And then we can roll into a smooth ball. We don't want any cracks. I'm going to make the hood right there. Can I connect to the body? I mean, that's what it looks like. That's what it should look like at the end. Roll it to a non-crackable ball. And then taking a color pencil to roll it. And you can even use something that comes with it. We're going to roll it smoothly from the end to the top. And make sure at the end it doesn't stick off like that. That means it's too smooth to be rolled over there. It's smooth. See, I have some little ripples or dimples. Ripples, sorry. So I'll roll them over until I get it plain. Okay, so I'm done making it very smooth. And now I'm going to take our cutter from Adobe and see, but maybe you can even use it from Klutz or any other brand. Just need a lighter cutter. And we're going to, and it should look like a worm and smooth, but it doesn't have to be too perfect. See, I kind of have a rumple there, so I'm just going to do that. Okay, what it look like. Now we're going to make a cut straight onto either side, any side, and we're going to do this only for a side. So only this side. And be careful, it's the right size. Or sorry, it's straight, because you don't want it to be zigzaggy, or else it'll make the face looking hood zigzaggy. It was a little zigzaggy over here, but it doesn't, I don't really care, because look this way. I'll flatten it up. I I see it's not too much flat enough, so I'm gonna flatten it up like that. Got it off. It's cool. It's cool. I'm gonna make it, and you don't want it to stick the ground, or sorry, the table, whatever your tabletop or whatever you're making it on, onto it. And then we're going to take it off very, very, very gently. And if you think it's too light or too smooth, I mean, you want it smooth, but too sticky, then you want to make it again. Or now, taking your head, we're going to flip it this way so it's easier. And this will be a little hard part, but not too much. So take it on your hand, take your head, and okay. Then you wanna squish it a little, sorry. And then you're going to put it onto it like that. And then we're going to go toward the back. So like that. Went toward the back. Then that's what it should look like, and you want to tape it off because you want it to stick, and you want to shape it. You want to make but you also want to make sure while you shape the hood, it's straight. Then going to come off by here, stretch it a little, twist, rotate, and then come. We'll make this little teardrop-ish. Then we'll just cut that off. See, I made this hole, so I'm gonna press or hold it onto that. So that's what it should look like. Gonna tape it up, and don't worry about here. We're going to attach the body right there. So this part is gonna go down if it's too zigzaggy there. And that's what it will look like at the end. And if you think your body should be a little like that, or more hood on it, then you can turn it this way or any way like that. I think I like it like this much. Make it a little go on the top. So I think that's what I would like my head to be. So now we're going to make the ears. And like I said, sorry, it's kind of my clay's too hard. So I already made them because my polymer clay gets too hard. And I think it's air dry clay. I don't remember, but it got too hard, so I already made that at the beginning of the video, or before I even start the video. So you'll have to roll little balls out of your white and press them down, and then we're going to take a little piece, very, very little piece. So I'm going to take it that much for my ear, cut it in half, making 2 triangles with more pointiness, and going to make them into little balls. You want your ears to be tiny, and we're going to press them down. And you still want a little thickness like that for both of your ears, little thickness. And then, sorry, that. But then we're going to take the inside of our ears, you're going to make them little. They should be little. And then put it on. And then we're going to cut it in half. and then I'll come back when I did that. That's my 2 ears. Cut them in half, making 2 little ears. Both of the little flat surface spots, and I'm just fixing it. And I'm kind of sorry I did that. It came back like that. Paused the video and did that because wanted to give no pressure on the camera. That's my clay was dried, so I just tried to pause the video and make it, and then I think I hope that wasn't confusing, and I hope your ears turned out very well, or just well, because every creation will turn out different. And I will come and polish after I bake, let them dry. But let's save that for later on. And those are the 2 ears. Now I'm going to make the eyes for the hood, or the little cartoonic eyes. So for that, you'll need this, a little bigger piece, white. And then you're going to cut it in half. Mine's too hard, so it's gotta ignore that expectation. And then you want to make it into a circle. I know, it's just too hard, so it will make cracks. So mine won't be the best that I made last night, this little bear. But I'm gonna try my best. But you want to make it circular. Okay? Like this little bear has. Okay? So that's what it should look like. You're going to take your block of black and you're going to cut a very tiny bit. Like that. A very, very tiny bit. And we're mainly going to cover the whole white, but we want some left in there. So I know that's not the perfect eye, and like I said, mine won't, but I think I'll come back after I made better eyes, because I think then work out to dry clay. I'll get some more clay, so yeah. Came back with new fresh clay, and we're going to take wet clay. Sorry. Taking a little mini ball, we're going to make it warm and turn it into a ball and then flatten it up like that. Okay? And then same thing for the other eye. Make it like that and warm it up so it doesn't make cracks like these old eyes that I just tried. I know, they're scary, they're eyeballs, but I think that's too spooky, so just say yes, her eyes. And then, what she'll look like. Sorry, I just changed my ear because I think it looked a little bad. But, like I said, don't make your ear bad. I don't want it to look bad. So now we're going to take mostly and mainly more black. Well, yeah, more black than it should cover bits. It should leave bits of white around it, but just a little. You don't want it to be wholly covered. But if it is, then I mean, it does still look cool. But you want a little bit of white shining through the outsides of your eye. Going to make another little ball flat. That, and attach it right on to your eye. And I think that's better than what I made was these two, right? Like, look at them. But so that's your eyes, but we will add a little white inside so it looks cuter. And that's what the costume will look like. And I hope it's not out framed. I've told not being out framed, so I hope I'm not. And I'm taking a little ball and cut it in half and make those two balls. Little balls, very tiny, tiny balls of white. And then you're going to put it on to your eye. So almost see. So up, right, or like that. Want it like that. Looking up a little. And same for the other eye. You're going to put it looking up a little. 1 and 2, not too big. Gotcha. To look like. And I hope you didn't struggle with that or was it too confusing? But when I came up with this idea, it was a little confusing and a little struggling, but it's okay. Now, you will need a tiny bit of tape. And I have this pink color here, which is used for noses. And I made the rubber ducky beak for that in the video I showed you how to make it. This will be the nose for your hood. It's a tiny nose for the hood. Little background. And that's the belly. Stays like that. Sorry, but sometimes I take off the belly. But we will make the belly of our little friend. Okay, that I didn't dry much, like I said, so just ignore that. Okay, now what we're gonna do is attach. First, we're gonna attach the eyes of our hoods on the hood, like that. The top looking in the center, both eyes. And then attach your nose so right in the center. I think I made it too big, so I'm gonna make it shorter. More shorter, I should say, like that. So make it more shorter. Attach it right there. Looks like a koala nose, but it's okay. Since it looks like a cat nose, but it's okay. And you wanted to try making it triangular from the bottom. But if you can't, then no big deal. Like that, the nose. And let's attach the ears. Gonna put it right behind, but a little in the left. Or sorry, in the right. And same for the other ear, a little in the right in front of your eyes, but a little in the right. Like that looks like a koala hood. They still cute. Okay, that's what it should look like. And that's your hood, the head hood. Now we're going to make the mouth. For the mouth, you'll need white. I know it's kind of red mixed, so I'll use the back. I'm sorry, it just got mixed with red. To make it into a ball, very tiny ball. I'm going to flatten it up a little. Just a little. We're not flattening it up. So like that. I'm going to flatten it up a little. And you want to try to make it a little ovalish. Like that. Then we're going to attach it on to our bear. My ear fell off. It's okay. That's because it's not dried yet. Yeah, it's not dried, that's why. We're gonna put it right there, like that. Push it down a little, and to make it smooth from there, we're going to take your hook or your toothpick. I'll try with the hook this time. And we're gonna make it smooth around our mouth. What sticks on? No, since I made it smooth, I'll do it with my toothpick. We're going to roll it on, skin onto. So what we're gonna do is take your toothpick, roll it onto, like that. That's what it should look like. And now let's make the eyes and mouth. So you'll need a bit of dark brown for the nose. But let's just make the nose first. Take a single, roll it up, tiny ball, that. And that's what it should look like. A very, very, very tiny ball. On your little mouth, white mouth. I picked up the white so you can see it better because yeah. Okay, now for the mouth we're going to weave the mouth. So you're going to take a itty bitty piece of brown, and roll it into a mini snake. And then we're going to weave it into a mouth. So we're going to weave it like that. So first make the center, weave it like that. And roll it back onto it. That makes part of the part of the mouth. That's one side of the mouth. I'm just adjusting it so if it was out framed, sorry, but adjusting and nothing important. And I think I'll make it better, so I'm going to fast forward to weave it, because since I've showed you it, you do have both sides, so fast forward. Okay, I'm done with weaving my mouth, and each creation will turn out different. So just keep in mind of that. Won't turn out perfect. Okay, so let's make the eyes, and you can make them any color. I'm making it dark brown. Take your dark brown. We're going to place it right there. Kind of on the side, up. That's my fingers coming the way. I apologize, but can't. So that's what it should look like. Make sure you've done every part. Okay. Now let's make the body. We're going to take a two used to math, but we're taking a block of light blue, or your hood color. I'm going to roll it into a ball, and then you want to make sure first it's enough for your little Rilakuma bear. But I'm going to make it in a cylinder shape. Before that, like that, more circular, guess. And then you want to make sure that's the perfect size. I think it's a little too big, a little too fat. So I'm gonna cut most of it. And it should turn out into a square shape, or a loaf of bread if you cut it. If you cut it too directly, it will turn into a triangle on the inside, or a slipped off hill. But you want to cut it gently so there's still a cylinder. And then we're going to attach it and check to see if it's the best for your bear, and it is. So yeah. Now we're going to add the inside of our little body color, give some color. So I'm going to put some white in the center. And then let's make the arms and legs. For the arms, we're going to turn a little snake, still thick, make it into a little cylinder shape. That I'm going to attach it on to our body right there. That, and then same for the other arm. Doing the same thing, another single arm. And like that. That's what it should look like. And I think I'll call this Rilakuma bear who's wearing a koala outfit, because it looks more like it. And this one looks more like a kitty outfit. Sorry, though. It's still drying, like I said. Needs more time. Every creation takes patience. And then I'm going to take for our piece of clay for the legs. If you want to add a tail, you could. I'll try adding a tail in this creation. And then taking it and roll it into a ball. Make it flat a little. You need thickness. Roll into a little snake. Still thick, very thick. Should be very, very thick. And then rolling it into a snake to make it the size of the thickness of your arm. And if you're not sure how much thick your arm was, since we've already attached it, you can take it off, or you can make it like me. Then we're going to make a cylinder circle shape from the end, so it looks like a circle from the ends. And the legs will be a little longer than I'm sure. That's how I came up with it. Then I see it's too long, so I'm gonna cut it about there. I'm gonna check to see if that's the right size. I'm gonna attach it on, and I see it's like that. So for me, that looks pretty good. Looks better. And we'll have a little longer legs. I'm going to push it down to make a little bump of your feet. On my purple one, my Rilakuma bear, I didn't do a bump for the feet to stick out. So I thought it was a little harder, but this time I'm doing it, and I think it looks very neat. Then I'll do the same for this leg, make a little bump, shake it. And I also have to check it first because I think it's too long. Yep, it is too long. Cut it about there. And attach it. And if you think it's too wide, then make it more into a snake. More thinner snake. Instead of making it too thick. But that's your choice. You can do that. Make sure your bear is the way you want it to be. And the way it should be. Like that. That's what the body should look like. I'm going to test it out. Okay, that looks pretty cute. I think I like it. And we're going to take it off. So that's what it looks like for me. And if you want to make the legs shorter, you could. But I'm going to try it like this. I think I like it. You should like it. It should be the way you want it to be. And it should be the way it's made. And it should look the way like a real Rilakuma bear. I think my purple one looks more like a real Rilakuma bear because it's wearing the kitty outfit. But this bear also looks like Rilakuma. And I did a better job on my purple one out of the mouth. So yeah. And I'll come after I glaze. And I might show you how after I glazed in this video, or I might show you in my play-doh collection, clay collection times. So, I hope you like it. Thanks for watching.